I recently received an email from a man named Raphael, who writes, "I just played your game, and I'd like to say it was the most annoying thing I ever played. It had its cool moments, but overall the experience was only of annoyance. The problem is that it does not touch the heart of people. It's a very emotionless game. Did you ask any girls to try out your game? I ask because they are blissfully less logical than us guys. I am very logical myself, but also very emotional, so it was easy for me to find the game annoying. What happened is that your game frustrated me. I felt like I was being taken into someone else's hallways, doors and plans to deliver me an experience that didn't touch me. And worst of all, I had absolutely no free will in the game. No way to change anything, no impact, no power. I accomplished nothing. People play games because of what they can do inside them, and your game is very good at letting them know they can't do anything. Other things I didn't like were the amount of narrator dialogue too much, and that Stanley is repeated all the time by the narrator. Overall, your game is on a good path, I think. Good luck with it, and best regards, Raphael." You know, Raphael, at first, your negative response to the game devastated me. After all, I managed to squeeze so many emotions into the first game. How could a logical yet emotional person like yourself have been disappointed? But then I realized that much to the contrary, your emotional standard is simply much higher than a normal human being's. So I've come to think of you as a mentor, an emotional beacon toward which I might sail my wayward narrative ship. That's why I've discarded the Stanley Parable as it previously existed and rebuilt it from the ground up to capture not just many emotions, but all emotions. And I think few would disagree that it's a significant step up. Why don't I take you on a little demo walkthrough? This is the story of a love samurai named Stanley. In this new version, you play the ghost of a dream of a memory of a cyborg warrior trying to find his dead wife inside a poem. The game's central feature, emotion booths. Stepping into any one of these booths will cause the player to actually feel that emotion. And these are just some of the hundreds of thousands of emotions you'll find in the final game. Whereas many video games are content to offer you a finite number of things to do, the Stanley Parable is breaking ground by allowing the player to do literally anything. Let's look at an example. In this scenario, the player has just infused a bicycle with the soul of his great-great-great-uncle Hermophrides. From this point, he might use Hermophrides' ethereal presence to detect nearby mineral deposits, or perhaps he might train the bicycle in the art of undoing temporal paradoxes. It seems that the player has chosen to use the haunted bicycle to deceive townsfolk as a part of his snake oil salesman ruse. How bold. Many players may be too logical to appreciate the Stanley Parable. So in the options menu, you'll be able to adjust for your own personal play style. Try playing in Raphael mode for a real challenge. Already since the beginning of this video, rave reviews for the game have been pouring in. John Gamerson writes, "I've played thousands of hours and had my heart touched 176 times so far. It really hurts. How do you turn that off?" While a woman writes, "This place has shoes. I love shoes. Oh my God, shopping, 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 shopping." Quests will be broken up into... It seems we've just encountered one of the game's anti-piracy measures. At random times, it will crash your computer and start deleting files, just in case you downloaded the game illegally. Well, I suppose this is as good a place as any to stop the demo. I hope I've given you something to look forward to, and I certainly hope we can continue to look to Raphael as a messiah for narrative progress. I'm upset that he was so annoyed by my first game, since it has always been my intention to become a person of respect, consideration, and unyielding empathy for others. But until I figure out how to do that, I think we should take some time here at the end of the video just to piss him off a bit. Stanley, 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 Stanley.